Recruiting real estate agents is the lifeblood for any real estate team. The same way that a solo agent has all of their problems solved, if they could just get more listings and more clients, problems tend to disappear. The same thing happens on your real estate team when you recruit. But the problem is that so many team leaders nowadays are using ineffective, outdated strategies, or they're letting fear get in their way from growth. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 biggest mistakes that real estate team leaders are making when it comes to recruiting and how to fix them. Let's jump right in. So remember, I'm Isaac Guzman here with Real Estate CEOs, and I'm here to help you with the best, most relevant information on how to grow your real estate business, especially your team. I've helped build one of the biggest, most successful real estate teams on the planet, and I just launched a new one and am letting everybody know exactly how they can do the same. And at the end of this video, if you stick around, I'm going to give you the opportunity to join our free community agent war room, where we actually have a weekly mastermind just for team leaders that are looking to grow. So stick around to the end of that video and look out for that. Let's jump right in. All right, so first let's get one thing super straight. Headcount actually matters. I know the idea of a Navy SEALs team or really small elite team of realtors sounds great in theory, but in practice, it does not make sense. We've seen this over and over and over again in the industry. And the reason why is because what happens when one or two, and oftentimes it does happen in multiples, of your top producers end up leaving? Well, you're out of luck. You are stuck in a hard place. That's why you have to understand that building a bench, building a group of agents that can take over the lead flow, all the opportunities, past clients, the handoffs, the current leads that are coming in, all of that needs to be able to be handed over to your bench. And if you're not building a bench, it's only a matter of time until somebody leaves. And you know what? It might not even be for a bad reason. Maybe they're moving across country because their spouse got the job of their dreams, or they want to be closer to their grandkids. Those are things that you can't really account for. And if you don't have a bench, you're screwed. Because here's the truth, recruiting and aggressively recruiting gives you depth. It gives you streams of income that can increase your revenues. And it also gives you the ability to help people stay accountable inside the organization. So let's jump into those 5 mistakes. All right, so number 1 mistake is overthinking cultural fits. Here's the truth. Your culture is not perfect. The culture you're planning on building is not perfect. It will never be perfect because it's filled with imperfect people, and you, an imperfect person, are the one running it. So I hear this too often. Team leaders, they get so caught up and spend so much time and waste so much time trying to protect their culture when they should actually be focused on improving their culture with every person that they bring in. So what I mean by that is, instead of preserving what you already have and trying to hire to that, why not hire people who are going to actually challenge the status quo and make you better? Because if a person coming in can make your culture worse, isn't the opposite also true, that a person coming in can make it better? Culture isn't static. I'll give you a real example. Let's say that using one-to-one video is going to be the key to unlocking online lead conversion for you and your company. All right, awesome. Well, what if your current team doesn't do video one-to-one? They don't send them out. That's a cultural issue, just so you know. We don't do video. Go out and hire some new agents that are open to doing video and teach them as though that's all you guys do. And before you know it, you will have a culture of people who do one-to-one video, because they will eventually outnumber that. We did that exact thing in 2019. Because remember, culture isn't static. It's shaped by the people that you bring in, and you do it with intention. All right, let's move on to mistake number 2. And it's pretty controversial sometimes, certainly counterintuitive, but the mistake is hiring too slow. Yeah, that's right. I said you're hiring too slow. I see it all the time. So many team leaders are so scared to make a bad hire or hire the wrong person that they end up freezing up and never actually hitting it. Newsflash, every team leader has hired somebody that they thought was going to be amazing and turned out to be a big flop. And they've also hired somebody they're like, I don't know if this person's going to make it, and they turn out to be a rock star. It's happened to every single one of us. You're watching this video, it's probably happened to you. Okay, Isaac, great. So what's the solution? Well, first of all, you don't hire just any Joe off the street, but you do hire people that are well put together, and you hire them quickly. Now, once you've hired them, That doesn't mean you just release them to the wild. You have to set really firm expectations, both with your current team as to what they can expect and with that agent that just joined. The reason you have to set expectations with your team is because they might be worried, oh no, a bunch of people are coming in and then washing in and out, and this team's growing too fast. So you got to let your team and your staff know up front, like, hey, everyone, we are growing and we are growing fast. And agents coming and going comes along with the territory. But we're committed 100% to finding the best of the best. So those that thrive in training are the ones that are going to stay. Now, by doing this and being transparent, it actually sets the tone so that you can avoid drama when you see people cycle in and out of the team. Mistake number 4 is skipping the bench building process. That's what I call it. And here's the thing. Think of your team like a sports team. Most teams don't depend on just 5 superstars. They have a bench. They have a depth in their chart, and you have to do the same thing for your real estate team. If you rely too heavily on your top producers, your business actually becomes a lot more vulnerable. Recruiting aggressively actually builds that safety net into your business. And when you build that deep bench, you're not panicking every time someone leaves or even slows down because maybe life happened to them. You're always in a position to keep growing. So build that bench. All right, coming in at mistake number 5, right before I let you know about that free community you could join, is letting fear stunt your growth and stand in your way. Because here's the real mistake: being so fearful that you become the revolving door that you never actually take action to grow. Here's the truth: no growth is far worse than having the occasional misstep. Do not let fear keep you small. Now, here's the truth: growth is messy. There's no doubt about that. That's just the way life is. But the real key is to having processes in place so that you can channel that. You got to hire fast, train rigorously, and don't become emotionally attached to every recruit that walks in the door, because you might have to let them go in order to now protect your culture. You really just got to focus on the ones that stick, reform, and align with your vision. So what's the solution? Hire fast, train hard, grow smart. So let's recap those solutions. Number 1, don't overthink cultural fits. Improve your culture actually through recruiting. Number 2, hire quickly and let your training weed people out. Number 3, embrace turnover. Hey, that's just part of the growth process. Number 4, build a deep bench so you're not completely hamstrung and dependent on your top producers. Number 5, don't let fear stop you. Growth is messy, but it's necessary. So team leaders, I'm encouraging you here. It's time to start thinking bigger. Recruiting isn't just about adding agents or adding people to your company. It's about building resilience, improving your culture, and building leverage into the part of your business that you need the most. Now, if this resonated with you, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, you like, and drop a comment. And like I said, I promised you that I would give you access. So here's what you're gonna do. Drop a comment below if you want access to the Agent War Room. It's our free online community where we are giving information like this and so much more on that platform. You're gonna wanna go ahead and go into the comment section and type in wartime, 2 separate words, and I'll make sure you get a personal invitation to the Agent War Room where you can spend time with us every single week and help you build your business. Until next time, keep crushing in real estate, team leaders.